I appreciate enormously everyone who visits this blog. And it's not even, I'm not going to even say my blog, it's like our blog. It's all of us. It belongs to all of us. I mean, I do some of the work, but it's a,
It's great seeing everybody putting so much positive effort into their posts and like the family posts.
it is. Because I've gone to, and I can say it now, we were number 7 overall one day, which is like the highest we've ever been, and that is awesome. And as I go to some of these others to check them out, there's nothing wrong with any of them. They're all fine, but they're not for me, and they're kind of, there's a harder edge to some of them,
Some of them are racy.
and they get a little racy, and this one is, I mean, there's some double entendres floating around, sure, but mostly it's a family-friendly blog. It's like if I had children, I would want my children to be able to read it
Yeah, exactly.
and be safe. So it's,
And plus, there's not a lot of down, sad,
that's
posts.
that's a good point. Some will write in and talk about like they're going in for surgery or they've had like a hard time, and there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with posting what's going on in your life. And we support, anyone who is going through some stuff. But at the same time, there's a lot of things to offset. Maybe
Even
some,
those posts, though, are done in some sort of positive light. I really enjoyed that. Kansas Captain, he went in for surgery.
That's right.
And his surgery went really well. But he just posted a nice little note so we knew that, he was going to be gone for a while. And
That's true, because when someone posts and then they don't post, I kind of wonder about them. And sometimes I will write them and say, hey, are you still around? And how's everything going? And they'll call back, or they'll write back and say, well, I haven't had time. And I'll say, that's fine. Just not that I worry about them, but we think about them.
okay, I have 3 more questions.
Okie doke.
Okay, since you believe in psychic phenomenon, that type of thing.
Which makes me sound like a nutcase, but go ahead.
No, but I believe it. Well, I believe in it, so hello. Okay, do you believe in ghosts or spirits? I guess I should say.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
And if so, have you had any experience?
I have one when I was like 7. I believe that there's things, let's put it this way, just because I cannot see it does not make it not so.
Okay.
Right? I mean, there's things around that I cannot explain, but that does not negate whatever
What
it
is your favorite of Ant's project so far? This is by Kimmy Darling.
Mhm.
And why?
My favorite project of his is the show that I went on, US of Ant. That ran one season, but he did a lot of stuff. He went to a lot of places, and I accompanied him on one of his trips. We went into Mississippi and into Alabama, and it was so exciting to be with him and be doing the show. I mean, I wasn't actually working on the show, although I did behind-the-scenes stuff, which can still be seen online. If you go to Logo online and look up Ant, there's behind-the-scenes. My original, the original Boyfriend Diaries is there, and it's some really wonderful stuff. And I checked it out. Yeah, I checked it out about a month ago, and it's still there. And
Can you bring that back and show us all?
no, because I sold it. You see, I sold it to them, so I don't know. www.logoonline.com.
Oh, okay.
Check
I'm
it
gonna
out.
look that up.
Check it out. Okie doke. What was the last question? Or what's the
Last
question?
question.
What's the one that everybody's asking about?
Well, Ant was on Loveline last week,
Mm-hmm.
and being Ant, he was crazy and fun and outgoing,
And provocative.
of course.
Remember, a lot of what Ant says is, it's to get
That was
attention.
part of the question. How do you feel about Ant's discussions on Loveline? Another question that is in that category is, I just listened to Loveline with Ant on it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really okay with an open relationship?
I'm okay with Ant saying anything he says because he has to be. Let me rephrase that. I am okay with anything that Ant needs to say to get attention. Is that diplomatic?
That's great.
And you've got to read between the lines on that one. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spell it. I'm not going to spell it out. You got to read between the lines.
Okay, should I ask one more time? Nikki asks, how do you feel about Ant's discussions on Loveline?
I support, so far, everything I've heard Ant say about anything. Even if I don't agree with it, even if I don't know it to be true, it doesn't matter because he's saying it and I support it.